Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahshua, by Hashem Rakakadash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, of whom I learned from, and shalom to the whole elect, taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits of Yasharallah to the marriage supper of the Lamb. It's your brother Radah from the Atlanta camp. God, bro, our people, man, this 2/3 got to go there, wicked as fuck. And also, I just want to point out, also Esau Edom's system, how his system promotes this shit. This dude, I've seen him before, but I didn't know. Now I know his name, Saucy Santana. Look at this shit, man.
And I used to go fishing when I was a little girl.
He said, I used to go fishing when I was a little girl.
You gotta be real quiet.
And you gotta be quiet on the creek. I don't even have to listen to the song to know that he meant when he was a little ubiquitous boy and he was fishing for little boys who were down low to mess with. He had to be on the down low with it and be quiet. I don't even have to listen to the song to know what he's talking about. But there's so many black men bouncing around, presenting themselves to this Y'all is ubiquitous.
And then there's a whole bunch of women backing this shit up. There's a video of him dancing with some little girls. You know what I'm saying? This whole shit about how, you know, women can't or won't receive instruction from a masculine man, but they'll back up an extremely flamboyant, disgusting, you know, effeminate fucking sodomite, man, and then let them around their children. Look at this shit.
I just want to start this video off with a warning. What you're about to hear sounds crazy, and it is.
Niggas wanna fuck me, kids wanna fuck me, aunties, everybody.
For those of you that don't know, I just want to start this video off with a warning. What you're about to hear sounds crazy, and it is.
Niggas wanna fuck me, kids wanna fuck me, aunties.
Okay, you hear that shit? And this shit went viral. It doesn't matter what she says afterwards. This fucking, oh my God, bro. So he's doing this shit right now, right? And of course, what? We just had the Epstein files. I'm not trying to do he said, she said, or compare our wickedness to their. It's not what I'm trying to do, but you got to understand, this dude's been out for a while. He's been doing this nasty shit for a while, but he's never been quoted as saying some shit like this. I want to suggest that this is wicked, but this is also, I want to suggest that it's coerced or moved along. I'm not saying this dude is innocent, man. That's not what I'm saying. But the timing of this, with the Epstein files and then the war in Iraq and the cover-up of the amount of Edomite males that were only Edomite males were found in the Epstein files, violently raping underage children, because what they're doing is they're observing or they're practicing the Feast of Blood, which goes into your Canaanite, your ancient human sacrifice Canaanite practices. The Epstein files is a peek into the priesthood of the Amalekites. It's a peek into the priesthood of the Edomites, and the Jakes on the bottom also have to get down on a lower level, but they have to get down with that same shit in order to be on those platforms. The higher you go up in their society, the more left-handed, the more satanic, the more abominable the practices get. But for this niglet to be saying this all out loud like this, it's not a coincidence that it's right after the Epstein files. It's one thing that they got these men, these extra over flamboyant, effeminate, like this dude will rock a beard and a motherfucking dress, you know, just to make it look extremely just creepy, weird. I remember that's when I first saw him. I was like, this motherfucker rocking a full-on beard, man, and then wearing her dress. Like, it's just creepy. So check this shit out.
If you put on Quiet on the Creek, because the phrase is...
And that's that nigga right there in the back with that fucking that wig on, doing the don't tell, that shush don't tell. That's got, so it's very skillfully put together. Be quiet on the creek. It's got double meanings. That's a Freemasonic. That's a vow of secrecy. That's the covenant with death mentioned. I believe it's in Isaiah, Jeremiah. I'll pull it. But the covenant of death goes into our people, the Black Boule, the Freemasonic, the higher ranking, or the in this world, in Esau's world, there are Hebrew Israelite families that have made a covenant with death. They have made a covenant with Esau, and they're in politics, they're in the media, they're in entertainment, and they help guide all the other talent, the other Hebrew Israelite talent, into those practices, those Freemasonic practices, which then qualifies them to be in those platforms, because you're not going to be there without having this type of what's the word? The protocol, or the initiation, the vetting, the discipleship program on the left hand side. You got to go to that, and him doing that shush sign. That's exactly what that is. It's not just him talking about being incognito, about being a homosexual, which there's no. Again, we're not promoting this shit, but with all the laws that have been set up since, 2008, when they put Obama in office, Slovakia, they're one of the most protected groups on the earth right now in America. They got all kind of laws, and I mean, everything in Hollywood, everything in the media defends and promotes this shit. So there's no reason for them to have to hide and sneak like they used to claim, or like they used to have to do back in the earlier times. It's all out in the open, right? So check this out. So that's a Freemasonic hand signal that he's doing. It's the same as when they do the when your two fingers, your pinky finger and your index finger is sticking out, and they make the symbol of the horns, or when they cover their one eye.
Funny, the song is bouncy, and you want to be in on a viral moment. Of course, the song will absolutely help you do that. You get to join in on a joke. You get to sing Be Quiet on a Creek. And every time it comes back around, you feel like you're participating in this shared code that we all recognize right now. But once you stay with what the song is actually saying, you're not only stepping into a meme, you're stepping into the connection that can only keep going when nobody makes too much noise about it.
Because when you start singing along with these songs, when this type of shit, you're actually participating at that altar. Now look at the fucking, just look at the first comment. Oh my God, y'all are so dramatic. You know it's a fucking N-dub. It's a motherfucking song, and he literally said it's not about DL men, and it can literally be about anybody and anything, like girls and their sneaky links. So here you got a female just going with the fucking flow of this shit, right? Oh, he said, so you can trust a sodomite who wears women's clothing and rocks a beard at a pool talking about children want to lay down with me, all out loud in front of the camera. He's in the media, he's in the spotlight. So he's going to verbalize this shit out loud, not even afraid of getting in trouble. In fact, he's going to go viral for it afterwards, which means he's got a team. He's got a team of these people behind him. You're going to put your trust in what this guy says. And then you're gonna say he says it's not about DL men. It's absolutely about that, but it can literally be about anybody. You can make it about whatever you want it to be about, anything, like girls and their sneaky links. So she takes it from being wicked, abominable about men being with men. Oh, but it's okay because it's about women cheating on their men. Either way, this bitch is in the fire. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's going on right now with this individual.
Saucy Santana needs to be shunned. Fucking shunned. And it's you women out here defending this nigga and making this shit seem like it's cool. And
it's always the fucking woman defending the effeminate sodomite man, but then bucking up against and talking shit about the normal, in order, masculine men. That's the mandate. They're cool with the sodomites. You see how fucking America is gonna be destroyed? America has to be destroyed. These people have to be destroyed. remember Yahweh said, remember Lot's wife. So the angels come to separate Lot and his wife and his 2 daughters from the nation of Sodom, because Sodom is up for destruction. The angels have mercy on him, and this is after Abraham prayed. The angels have mercy and say, go tell your family members in this city, because we're about to destroy this nation for its transgressions. They go to tell everybody. Everybody thinks they're playing, just like we're doing today, you guys. We're going on the streets, we're sighing and crying. We're sighing and crying in these epistles, and people look at us and listen to us, and they don't take it seriously. Fire is coming, literal fire. It's coming to America. It's coming to Mystery Babylon. Thermonuclear fire. And before that comes, Jacob's trouble is coming. Absolute destruction. The story goes with and I'll try to pull that precept. I'm driving right now. I'm trying to get 2 things done at once. So finally, Lot and his wife, they can't convince anybody. The scriptures say that the city or their family members thought they were joking. So then they began to sit down and they got relaxed, and then they just hung out. They stopped preparing to take themselves out of the city. And the scriptures say the angels came and grabbed them by the hands and said, we can't do anything to the city until you are out of here. And so they were like, hurry up and go and don't look back. And so Lot says, look, can I go to the smaller city? It's closer. It's a littler city. Can I go there? And the angel said, hurry up and go, because we cannot do anything until you're out of the city, because you guys have been prayed for. We're here to save you. What the fuck does Lot's wife do? She's got her husband. She's got her 2 daughters with her. And what does that heifer do, bro? As her whole family is leaving, that bitch turns around and disobeys the angel's voice. Okay, she does the what? The female independent thing. I know better. I feel. I think and feel. I'm thinking, therefore I'm feeling. I'm feeling, I'm thinking. And she disobeys the command, and she turns around. And she looks at the city, bro. She wasn't just turning around out of curiosity. She was turning away from her husband. She was turning away from her daughters. And she was heading back toward the city. And she got the same judgment they got. And she was turned into a pillar of salt. And Yahushua in the New Testament uses that as an example. And he says, remember Lot's wife. And what do you see fucking women doing? Look at this video. Look at this. I'm going to try to pull this video. Look at this, the picture. You got this sorry ass nigga, this faggot nigga, man, with a fucking yellow wig on, dancing with daughters, little girls, who are raised by their fucking stupid ass moms, who know better. They won't listen to a man. They won't submit to the masculinity of a man, to the instruction of a man, but they'll go past their daughters to the fire of Moloch. What do I mean by that? They'll put their children on an epistle, which is an altar, to do a dance that goes viral, that then influences the minds of other girls, other kids, while they're dancing with this fucking faggot man. That's okay, but it's not okay for them to be under the instruction of a masculine man. You see how, and Esau, in his system, in his ministry, in his technology, makes sure that the algorithms are in favor for shit like this, so that it goes viral and gets into the minds and ears of everybody.
That's what is wrong with the black community. That's why every other race takes us as a fucking joke.
And that's that dumb shit right there. It's not about the fucking other dog nations, because they're all fucked up too. We need to worry about what Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai thinks about us. We need to worry about or be concerned with what the Allahayim are reporting, because the eyes of Yahweh are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. In fact, Salakia, let me get some precepts. Let me get remember Lot's wife real fast. Remember Lot's wife, from our most beloved elder brother, our king, our savior, our redeemer. Remember Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Okay, so that's right there in the New Testament scriptures, but the Old Testament scriptures are the same as the New Testament. It's all one scroll. Remember Lot's wife. Okay, they profess they profess their sin as Sodom. Let me see, their sin as Sodom. Let me see. Talking about being proud and not even fucking. They show Salakia, Isaiah 3:9. The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. And what's the other one? This covenant with death that our people have made in order to be in the public eye, so that they can pour forth all these abominations. The covenant of death. The covenant with death. And this is a direct warning to our people. Because death is talking about Esau, Edom, because Esau is as death and hell follows behind him. And that covenant with death goes into that black boule, Freemasonic, left-handed, satanic educational system that they teach those people from a young age in those families. And then they make sure that all of them are successful in some form of influential part of the fucking city, which is on the internet. And then everybody sees those. It's not an accident that literally every single hip hop artist, every athlete that's at a certain level, every fucking politician, every comedian, every singer, every actor or actress, every single fucking one of them, you will catch them doing those hand signs at some point in their career, if not all the time. Who taught them to do that shit, and what does it mean? And it comes to this, Isaiah 28:15, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with Esau. We have made a covenant with Amalek. We have made a covenant with the so-called white man and his left-handed practices with hell. There goes he is as death, and hell follows behind him. We have made a covenant with death and with hell. Are we in agreement? You want to see the other precept that proves that that's what this is talking about? Watch, and we'll come back to it. He is as death and hell. See, the death and hell is a man. It's a race. Habakkuk, look. Yea, also, because he transgresses with wine. Here, let me go back one. Look. His soul. This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. This is talking about a race, a man, a house. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright within him. Here's the separation. But the just, that's the perfect, that's the elect, that's the Hebrew Israelites. This is another race of people right here. But the just shall live by faith. Only Hebrew Israelites can live by faith, because only Hebrew Israelites were given the word. Only Hebrew Israelites were given Yahushai. So the soul that is not upright within him, it's talking about Esau, Edom. Look, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine. What's that wine? The covenant of death. The left-handed ancient Babylonian practices. The beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency. The feast of blood. The Epstein files. All the hand signals. The Freemasonic. All that shit. The checkerboard. The two pillars. All that shit. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all peoples. There goes your so-called white man. Got all the different religions, all the different nationalities all together in one big confused glump here in America as he sits on top. Psalms 83. So you see it, right? So that proves, look, that proves this. Come back here. It proves this. Look, Isaiah 28:15, because ye have said, the ye is talking about the Israelites. We have made a covenant with death and with hell. Are we in agreement? When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, when judgment comes, that's what the scourge is, that's a whip, it shall not come unto us. Yes, it will. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. There goes the shh symbol, the vow of secrecy, the vow of silence. Never tell. I will never come out into the public and speak the truth about what's going on. I will always keep my mouth shut. It's Isaiah 28:16. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, that's talking about Yahushai, a tried stone. He's who we stand on. And then all the apostles that he raised up and the apostles that we are following now, the apostle, the elders and the apostles, the great millstone. Elder Tahar, Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Ramlam, and all the way down. All right? A tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Judgment will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies. There goes your World War III. That's your fire. That's your nuclear fire, the missiles. And the water shall overflow the hiding place. Verse 18, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. Everything that you've been doing in the secret places with Esau is going to be destroyed. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. Okay, so look, let's get back to this video. Look at this shit.
Because we are the hypocrisy of America. This nigga literally has a song about being, they gonna take the video down, but it don't matter. I hope they don't. But being homosexual. And in the song, and I'm not, look, man, I am not in any way, shape, form, against LGBTQ.
Now you apologizing, you stupid motherfucker. See, I didn't watch this whole video through. Fuck this nigga, man. It's just making me, god damn, you gonna talk shit and then start backing up. No, bro, it's all wrong. Let me see if I can find, let me see if this pulls it up.
And I used to go fishing when I was a little girl. You gotta be real.
Look at this fucking shit, bro. Look, so you got these are pre-pubescent. They're right there. They're right at the crux. They look like they're between, well, shit. They look like they're at 13 or 12, 13. You see extremely young girls, right? And they got this funny built goofball with this fucking wig on. Look at this shit, man.
Quiet on the creek. Quiet on the creek. Quiet on the creek. Quiet on the creek. Quiet.
Fuck no! You got the kids doing this bullshit too? Y'all letting Dick Ross, Dickie Rose get away with this shit? This nigga wear a size 17. You see that nigga big ass feet? You got kids.
I was trying not to laugh. Salaki. Oh, I gotta, nah.
In their chest. Hey, y'all clapping for this nigga? No fucking way. If you condoning that behavior, get your bitch ass off my motherfucking page. What the fuck?
Whoa.
Move.
Yeah, right.
Quiet on the creek. Move out my fucking.
Salakia for that, man. That's.
The uncle took him to a creek and told him to be quiet when they fishing, or he'll scare the fish away.
My grandma.
Oh, okay.
My grandma.
So you see where so now see I didn't know all this. So he's on that one dude. What's his name? The God. So you see this is being promoted. This is on the airwaves. Look at this shit. Is that him in the back too? Like in that picture? This is a big head nigga, man. That's a man, you guys.
So, growing up as a kid, my family was like real big on fishing. And so, that's one thing I remember. That's where the soundbite come from. I used to go fishing when I was a little girl. You got to be real quiet on the creek. Because my grandma them did not play that.
So, and whoever wrote the song, you got to understand, they have a system for writing songs. They'll do a ceremony. I don't know on what level. I don't know when they add a human sacrifice to it. You got to understand all this shit goes into this. And then they'll have songwriters that will sit. They'll be inside of a pentagram, or they'll burn incense. They'll do shit, and then those left-handed spirits will give them the lyrics. They'll start getting inspiration. Same way we get it on the right-hand side, you guys. Same way the spirit starts to flow on us when we're on the right-hand side. But what have we done? We've gone through the protocol. We've submitted to the doctrine. We've been allowed to hear, and we call upon the name of Yahushua, and we have come under the authority, right, and the guidelines, the structure of GMS, right. Before we could even get in, we had to be vetted. We had to show up, brothers had to see us, get familiar with us, and the Spirit's either going to bring you in or expel you out. That's how this works. It's the same way on that side. So there was a team, there was a group of people, they wrote this fucking song for it to be just like this. This motherfucker's going to perform it, and then they're going to move them all across their platforms so that it goes viral, so that it gets into the minds of the women and the children and becomes another layer of indoctrination, becomes another crop of disgust and fucking filth, and so that it fucking further defiles our people, and it's an accusation.
Gotta be quiet or you gonna scare the fish away. And it's like, we kids, we like, this boring. Like, we don't.
Look at that nigga's fucking head, bro.
I'm stomping my feet on the boat, throwing rocks. I'm hiding the worms, debating all that. Like,
God, that nigga got a fullback. He got an NFL fullback head, bro.
they like, hey, y'all need to chill. I'm like, girl, we could just go to the grocery store.
Look, see, she says, she's got to promote. She just became famous a couple years back. She was like huge on fucking like YouTube, and then she got this job. Like, I remember like 4 years ago, something like that. I might be off a year, but look, now she's got to go along to get along if she wants that paycheck.
And buy the fish.
I know you used to get your ass whooped all the time.
But
See, they trying to point it out like, oh, it's just a song about being quiet when you go fishing. Yet everybody can tell, no, it's all bullshit.
it's just a thing in my family. Like, that's a part of our culture. So they just love fishing. But I'm just like, baby.
And there goes your temple. There goes your finger to the temple. Very casually done. That's what that means. It's apprenticeship when it comes to the Freemason. Bishop Nate, all those guys over IUIC, they take photos doing the same shit, putting the finger to the temple. I think even fucking Malcolm X is in a photo doing the same goddamn thing, bro. That lets you know that Esau's got his hands. He's a part of this. That's not a random. That's all these little public. He teaches a naughty man, or he teaches with his fingers. He teaches with his hands, with his fingers. He winks with his eyes. These are oracles that King Solomon wrote under the Spirit. Go back one. A naughty person, Proverbs 6:12. A naughty person, a wicked man. There goes. That's Esau. Walketh with a froward mouth. He winketh with his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teaches with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He showeth discord. Frowardness. Let's see if we can get it here. Love, froward. Turned against, perverse, disobedient, peevish, petulant, difficult, away from. So this has to do with a separation from the laws, statutes, commandments. Because that's which then disconnects you from the name Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. It's a separation, which that is what Esau is. This is what do you call it? Oh man, dang it, profane Salakia, outside the temple, man, doomed to die. Look at that, froward. So fro means to away or backwards. God damn, man. Inversion. I learn stuff every day, bro. I'm telling you, doing lessons. I be teaching on these lessons.
And we just go to Walmart and
these lessons be teaching me too, man.
get the fish and go home and cook it.
So is the song about men keeping men on the down low?
So he's just acting like he don't know what's going on. Yet this nigga had a fucking faggot flag behind his head conveniently for years on his other show. Motherfuckers ain't slick.
No.
Are you dealing with
See,
them?
look, so and then he lies. No, it's not about that. That's absolutely fucking. Why would this flamboyant, weird, oversized headed fucking faggot man sing a song about fishing? Come on, man.
It Quiet on the Creek could go for anything. I think that.
See, and this is its vetting, education, initiation kicking in. So whenever you get asked these questions, they go through classes Do not think this is organic. They go through classes on how to answer questions if and when they are ever being interviewed. It's all to make it look as normal and as innocent as possible while doing the most wicked shit right. This is the same piece of shit. Look, this fucking asshole right here saying that his song is not about DL men.
Move.
Is the same dude here and the same dude.
If you, I just want to start this video off with a warning. What you're about
And the same dude right here, look.
to hear sounds crazy, and it is.
Niggas wanna fuck me, kids wanna fuck me, aunties, everybody.
For those of you that don't know, I'm gonna start this video off with a warning. What you're about to hear sounds crazy, and it is.
Niggas wanna fuck me, kids wanna fuck me, aunties. Niggas wanna fuck me, kids wanna fuck me, aunties, everybody.
That's that same disgusting big head fucker with his beard on saying that all loud, and then we get to,
If you put on
we get to hear, right? We get to hear.
It's about to get real. So Saucy Santana tucked
And fucking,
His uncle took him to a creek and told him
we get here, and now the song's not about that. Come on, man. We got to put this all together. Just like
My grandma them did not play that. Like, you got to be quiet or you going to scare the fish away. And it's like, we kids, we like, this boring. Like, we I'm stomping my feet on the boat, throwing rocks. I'm hiding the worms, debating all that. Like, they like, hey, y'all need to chill.
God, that motherfucker's head is as big as my truck, bro.
I'm like, girl, we could just go to the grocery store and buy the fish.
You used to get your ass whooped all the time.
But that was just a thing in my
And you see our people involved with this shit. So I'm
in my family. Like, that's a part of our culture. So they just love fishing. But I'm just like, baby, can we just go to?
See, and that's that symbol. He's playing the role too. This is all you got to understand how fucked up your mind has to be acting like this. You're in front of the camera. You got the concerned look on your face at the same time while you're teaching with your fingers and winking with your eyes. You're doing what you were taught to do. You got your hand on your fingers pointed at your temple, which is symbolizing that you are a part of a Freemasonic left-handed production. And then you're going to ask this question. Look.
I'm going to get the fish and go home and cook it.
So is the song about men keeping men on the down low?
No.
Are you dealing with somebody on the down low?
It quiet on the creek.
And this fucker was just talking about kids want to fuck him. But this song's not about men on the down low. Now you're, man, bro.
Go for anything. I think that people just took it and wanted to make it that, but that's not necessarily.
Now, then there goes the way. You guys, see, this is what they do too. This is something Esau always does. They'll throw perversion in your face, and if you see it, they'll say you're the one that's weird because you can see it. That's that frowardness. That's that gaslighting. Oh, you're saying you see things with children on this show? When they're putting it in front of your fucking face, they're doing it in a left-handed, skillful manner that's camouflaged. And then that's what gives them the ability to deny by fucking accusing you. By saying there's something wrong with you because you see it.
Necessarily what the song is about. Now, in my second verse, I do have a line where I rap about having a trade and being quiet on the creek. But the song in entirety is not about a down low man, no.
Got you.
It's about not scaring the fish away, clown.
It's just
I'm gonna tell you the conversation we had this conversation at a wedding.
I seen a lot of men talking about it too. I think that people is like so caught up in the meaning.
So look at this bonehead's face. This random nigga that's sitting back there, forehead all in the shot, right? You got these Jakes all over these studios. Well, you got to understand, man, and to be in the studio, you also got to be vetted. They're all on the know on some level. And that's how many of our people are working in this shit, getting paid to be on the left-hand side, to protect it, to make it fun. You got to have people. The temple requires human activity in order for it to function. The candles, the incense is not going to burn itself. The sacrifices are not going to offer themselves. There's got to be a human element. I think there's a proverb that says, "With much oxen, where there is no oxen, the stall is clean, or there's no dung to pick up. But with much oxen is a lot of work. A lot of work gets done, and men are likening the ox. You got to have people in. But there's a humongous human element to this, and so I'm just saying that fucking goofball behind this nasty man, he's also in the know. He's not innocent. He's listening to this fucking conversation go on. He's looking at this fucking man dressed like this goddamn woman, and he's just got this normal look on his face like it's normal. And it's not fucking normal. But why? Why? Because he got etiquette. He understands he's got to present himself a certain way because there's cameras. And there's a whole functionality that comes with this shit that these fucking assholes got to be. What does it say? They made a covenant with death, and with lies they have been made in agreement with lies. I'm in agreement with the deception. I will operate in deception in order to be here.
Understand? It could go to whatever your situation is. You could be.
That nigga should be making a face, bro. That nigga should have a face of disgust on his. He should have a look of disgust on his face, but he doesn't. Because he already knew. He's already down with this shit.
At work, and you about to get a raise. You don't like to tell your blessings out loud first. So I
don't like to tell your blessings out loud. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm about to get promoted, but until it happen and I make an announcement, I'm gonna be real quiet on the creek.
Yeah. Like he had a dirty ass for years.
I know.
He just told everybody that he had to clean it.
What?
He just learned how to wash his ass.
But he was quiet on the creek about it.
Yeah, he was at first.
Now they're making a joke. Now let's make a joke about. I think they just slid something over our face. I was talking. Let me back it up. It sounds like he said something about homosexuality and then getting a blessing, but being quiet about it. Let me see if I can catch that.
To be at work. And you about to get a raise. You don't like to tell your blessings out loud first. So I know I'm about to get promoted, but until it happen and I make an announcement, I'm going to be real quiet on the creek.
Yeah. So basically, right there, he's just saying, I'm not going to tell you what this song is about because I'm about to get blessed because of it. That's really what the fuck was. That's what the Spirit just showed me. And now they're going to joke they're going to now they're going to redirect and talk about the other dude not being able to wash his butt. So everyone starts to laugh, and the point doesn't really set in, but it was released. You gotta understand, this shit is very skillful. All of these people are trained in this shit, bro.
Yeah, like
they know how to improv. They know how to fucking ad-lib. To get a wicked point across, but to do it as painless as possible so it's not so fucking obvious.
He asked for years.
I know.
He just told everybody that he had to clean it.
What?
He just learned how to wash his ass.
But he was quiet on the creek about it.
Yeah, he was at first.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You might got your favorite. We got our favorite bodega, our favorite gas station around the corner from your house. You go to real ugly. Toes ain't done.
Oh my God.
You ain't brush your teeth. You like, for real, I ain't checking no pictures this morning. Yeah. I just came to get a cup of coffee and a pack of cigarettes. For real, I'm not in the mood. You gotta go. You gonna be real quiet on the creek.
Gotcha.
Yeah. When we was badass kids sneaking out your mama house.
Fucking disgusting, bro. Anyway.
Y'all
move out my fucking way.
The lyrics are explanatory. There's nothing that he can say to make me believe that my interpretation of the song was not what it was. In case y'all don't know, I've gone viral on Instagram for my opinion on Saucy Santana's Quiet on the Creek. And I'm assuming it's because I went viral
and again, because I want to do another lesson on the fucking Edomite lady that choked out all three of her fucking Edomite children to death, and how fucking pathetic the women of America are on her side. You got women that are saying this is crazy, but a lot of women are on her side. And everyone, if you notice, all the Jakes that are speaking against this fucking sodomite, they're not bringing up no scripture. They're not bringing up any precepts. They're not bringing up Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Now, they're against it, but they're coming at it from a carnal perspective. And at the end of the day, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness, things in high places. You got to come with the precepts. You got to come with the name of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai say, if you're not for me, you are against me, and you cannot fight. You cannot fight sodomy. You cannot fight Esau. You cannot fight the left hand just off of normal. Now, the things that they're saying that are against us, that's good. But this is a higher level. You can't just, it's going to take more than you just saying, hey, I'm a woman, and what that man is saying is wrong. You got to come at this with Yahweh side. There's a story, I believe it's in Judges 19, when, I think it was the tribe of Benjamin, man. They raped that girl. They raped the Levites, his concubine, and they raped her so bad. I'm paraphrasing now. They raped her so bad, and this is during the time of Judges, so this is back in the ancient times. They raped her so bad that she died. And when he woke up in the morning, because they came, I think if I'm correct, they were trying to hook up with him. Kind of like another Sodom and Gomorrah situation where the men of Sodom wanted to hook up with everybody in the house, and then Lot offered the daughters while they wanted to hook up with the angels. So he hands over his concubine, and they had their way with her all night, and she died. Well, the dude cuts her up in 12 pieces and sends each piece to one of the tribes. And then it's like this major controversy in Israel. And so everybody came together to fight Benjamin. And I think they had 3 little wars. And the first 2 wars, Benjamin whooped everybody. Like hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of men died. And so Israel kept crying and crying. And then finally, the last battle, they fasted for a day. And then they went out and fought Benjamin. And then they were able to deal with Benjamin. And then they almost eliminated the tribe of Benjamin. Almost. So what do you see in that? You see that there was something spiritual in a negative way on Benjamin, that the other tribes had to fast in order to fucking subdue his fucking ass. Right? And then that's when they went out and caught those girls. They had to capture some other women for Benjamin, because Benjamin almost fucking went extinct in that shit, man. Now again, I'm paraphrasing, Salakia, but I remember that story. So what I'm trying to say is, we have to, in order to fight this kind of stuff, we got to tap into Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. You can't just stand against this stuff by being a good person in society. Good based on what standard? Good based on what? What laws are you coming with? You got to come with the prophecies. You have to come with the testimony of Yahweh Shai. The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And that's the only thing that's going to save the elect. That's that mark of Tawah on the foreheads of the men who sigh and cry. That Tawah goes into the name, Yahweh, and then the name of his son, Yahweh Shai. What is his name? What is his son's name, if thou canst tell? And then the glorious voice. My sheep hear my voice. What is that voice? It's the doctrine. If you speak this word, I will take my words in your mouth and make them fire, and this people would. You have to learn the song, the lyrics to the new song. And that's the 100% truth. You can't just talk shit about these nasty movements. You need Yahweh Shai. You need the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. You need the 100% truth.
He said, I used to go fishing when I was a little girl. And you gotta be quiet on the creek. I don't even have to listen to the song to know that he meant when he was a little ubiquitous boy and he was fishing for little boys who were down low to mess with. He had to be on the down low with it and be quiet. I don't even have to listen to the song to know what he's talking about. But there's so many black men bouncing around, presenting themselves to this mother. Y'all is ubiquitous. That's what it is. Y'all ubiquitous.
Okay, so you see that. That's good what he's saying, right? But that's that example. He needs to come with Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Just only saying this is wrong, that's not good enough. It's a start. And there is power to that. But when push comes to shove, just like with that battle in I believe it's Judges 19, Judges 9, Judges 19. It's in the book of Judges. When the Benjamites raped that Levites, it's the southern kingdom, man. Well, I think it was all of Israel. But when they raped that girl to the point of death, and he cut her body up in pieces after she was dead, so he chopped her up to show, look, these motherfuckers killed my girl in this manner. It shook all of Israel, because they're like, damn, these dudes was on one. They was trying to have sex with him, and then he gave them his concubine, and they raped her to the point of death. Like, what the hell's going on here? That's just crazy. No restraint, right? And when they fought against Benjamin, they got their asses whooped, and Benjamin was in the wrong. So there was a left hand, there was a high level spirit that was operating in that situation, it looks like. So they had to fast in order to fucking drive that thing out. Same thing if you look at the book of Tobit. You had Hebrew Israelite men trying to marry Sarah, the northern kingdom girl, in Nineveh, and every time she tried to get married, she was a virgin. The left-handed spirit Asmodeus would kill the man before he could consecrate or the marriage. And then when Uriel was sent, Salakia, when Raphael was sent, he walks with Tobit. The fish tries to eat Tobit. He tells Tobit to get the oil or the gall out of the fish, and then Tobias asks him what's going on with this. He's like, well, the oil's good for healing of the eyes. That would be later used for his father. And he said, and the gall or the liver of the fish, some organ that's considered clean of the fish, was going to be used to burn an incense, an altar type incense, a ceremonial incense. So he would burn that with the fragrance right before he married this girl Sarah, and it supernaturally removed Asmodeus from his assignment. And then Uriel was able to bind him and send him back up to Yahweh. Paraphrasing again. But so there's what I'm saying is, this is one of those situations, bro, where you're not just gonna step to this situation and say, hey, I'm a man, or I'm a this, or I'm a that, and this is bad, even though what you're saying is true. You're gonna have to come higher, and that the only way you can come higher is through Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai and this truth. I pray that this lesson was edifying. Honor of all praise and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Kodesh, and double honor to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. It's your brother Radah. Shalom.